guys, today I'm filming my makeup collection and storage video for 2021. I've been filming this video on my channel for several years now. I will have my playlist linked up in the cards. I actually really like looking back at my own videos to see how my collection and storage has changed over the years. My main storage piece would be my vanity. I have got two 5-drawer Ikea Alex units and a Linnmon tabletop I have put together to give me my vanity so I can have a vanity and storage in one. That was very important to me instead of having like the 9-drawer Alex units, which are just storage. This is more functional for me. I have several different organizational pieces on top of my vanity as well as inside the drawers. A lot of these I have had for years, like some of my clear plastic containers I got from the Walmart closet section. I don't think they make them anymore, but the shapes are very simple, generic shapes that you can find at Target or TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods. Those are some great places to find organizers. Also, if you check out this brand called Inner Design, they have so many different shapes and sizes of organizers. You can find them from the Container Store, but I do recommend Bed Bath & Beyond because you can use coupons there. You can also find some of those pieces randomly at TJ Maxx and Marshalls as well. And organization is just so fun to me. There are several little random pieces that I have found and kept and used for different purposes over the years, and that has just been so fun. So everything I can link for you guys, I will link down below, and I would love to hear your favorite storage pieces because I can definitely improve my storage and my organizational pieces that I have, and I'm definitely open to trying new things out. So I would love to hear your favorites down below. I do have a pretty big collection, but I'm happy with it. I love the way that I have everything organized. So if you're curious to see what I've got going on, what products I have and how I store everything, then just keep watching. So here is what my vanity looks like from far back. I've had the same vanity for years. I know everybody on YouTube has it, but it is worth the money and it is so perfect for me. So I have two of the 5-drawer Ikea Alex units, and then I have the Linnmon tabletop, which does come in 2 sizes. I got the longer, skinnier one, and then my dad just cut off the extra so that it would be the perfect size for me. And now let me show you what I have up top. So as you can see, I have a lot of products on top of the vanity, but they're really all like on the perimeter. That way I still have all this workspace here. So I will open up my iPad, watch some YouTube videos as I'm getting ready in the morning. I will pull up my mirror, take out my monthly makeup basket drawers here so that I have plenty of workspace to get ready. I'm also able to have a lot of products at my fingertips and to display some things as well. So first we have the organizer where I put my brushes. It is not the cutest, but it is so perfect and functional for me. So you've got this little drawer here, which I just have some like random brushes and I never use. Then right here, we've got a section where I put my sponges. Then I've got my sharpeners. Then over here, we have a bunch of cords. I usually just leave my camera up here when I'm not using it. And I've got the smaller tripod I use for my normal videos. I have this little ring dish where I keep my wedding ring, little desk lamp. This is something new to me. It's just like a little ring light for my phone. I want to try to do some more things on Instagram stories this year. Then I have this mirror from Mirrorvana. You can get it from Amazon. You've got like a regular side and a magnified side. I love this mirror. The quality is so good. It is so clear and it is the perfect height for me to get ready at this vanity with. And this piece is my monthly makeup basket. It is from the brand Clearly Chic. I got it from TJ Maxx, Marshalls, or Home Goods. I can't remember which one. I've had this for years. You can still find it at those places from various brands, and I have also seen something similar on Amazon, so I will link that one for you guys. So they have different versions of these, but I really like this because you have these 2 small sections and then these 4 larger sections, which works perfectly for me. I will go ahead and show you what I've got in here. So usually this one has my nail polishes for the month, but I've left it empty so I can just wear kind of whatever I want. Then we've got the brow products in rotation, complexion, cheeks, eyes minus large palettes, and lips. So I have a lot of lip care products and then some colored lip products. Then right here is this little organizer that I got from the Target dollar spot years ago. I really miss when Target used to do these because they've been so helpful for me. So I basically have a whole bunch of different types of brush cleaners, sanitizers in here. And then I've got some Q-tips, and this was actually like a empty diffuser bottle from the Target dollar spot. And then this little container has bobby pins, and this was actually from one of those really crappy Walmart Christmas makeup sets I got in like middle school. So I hold on to things for a while that I think that I can repurpose. So I know it might not be the most aesthetic, but I've found so many great purposes for so many random things, and that makes me happy. Then to the right, I've got some products here that are currently in rotation in project pans that I want to have sitting upright so that the product can settle. And then right behind here, I have this little metal mail organizer that I got from Walmart or Target. And this is where I put all of the palettes that are in my makeup basket. So I've got my custom Z palette, got some face palettes in the back, and then I've got a bunch of different eye palettes. Tucked in this little corner here is where I have my setting spray collection. Right here, I have this little dip bowl from Target that I keep my most used jewelry in. And then here are all the products in my day-to-day skincare routine, minus makeup removers and cleansers and exfoliators. So you guys will be able to see all of these products, hear more about them in my sample project pan series. But I just keep all these things here at Access. I've got a gloss I'm working on. I've got, this is basically like doTERRA's version of Neosporin. Then to the right of that, I've got some little makeup towels. When I'm getting ready, I've got my YouTube notebook. Then right here is this little Sonia Kashuk vanity tray I got on clearance. And this is usually where I keep some different chopping block things so that they're in my face and that I use them. So this container right here, I actually just bought from Target. I was hoping to use it for something else, but it didn't fit properly, but this was only $1, so I'm gonna keep it. Right now, I just have some office supplies in it, but I will be putting some makeup in it. So I will link this down below as well. And if I can get it to focus. And this is what it's called and the size, but these are nice and only $1. Then I have a acrylic lipstick organizer there with some of my winter lip liners. I got some makeup wipes to use for swatches. And then one of my favorite pieces ever would be my tiered nail polish rack. This is from Amazon. And I have a lot of my indie polishes here, which would mostly consist of 9-0 lacquer, lights lacquer, KL polish. And then on these 2 rows here is where I pulled out all the polishes I want to use for winter. And then up top here, I actually have a little card of last year's Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. I'm obsessed with that show. When Justin went to this stadium, they were handing these out for free. I was just so excited. I love that show so much. So I've got that sitting up there. So that's everything I've got up top, which I know is quite a bit, but I really like it. So now let's get into the drawers. So for these 5 drawer units, the top 2 drawers are more shallow and the bottom 3 are deeper. I've got a bunch of different kinds of organizers in here. I'll mention them as I go along. I will have them or similar ones linked in the description box. So this first drawer is where I have a bunch of tools. So I have 3 of these acrylic organizers from Inner Design. I have 2 different sizes of these throughout my collection. This is the larger one. I'll have the dimensions down below. So let me show you what I've got in this one. It's a bunch of random stuff. So I've got some brow scissors and tweezers from Revlon. I've got a little depotting tool and some Z palette magnets. This actually had Z palette magnets in it, and then I saved it and put toothpicks in it because I use these for depotting. This is very random, but I love these Clinique sample jars. I don't know if they still do these because I haven't been to a Clinique counter in a long time, but if they do still have these sample pots, save them. I've got 4 of them. I use them all the time when I'm trying to get out the last little bit of a foundation, a concealer, or a skincare product. These are great if you are working with foil samples because those can be kind of annoying. I just usually squeeze out all the product in here because it doesn't dry up and it's, you know, just more convenient. So love these. I've got a foundation pump for Estee Lauder foundation. This actually came from like a Pixie serum, and I use this when I'm repressing products. I need to use a little bit of alcohol. I've got this Ulta lip scrub. This is a silicone spatula called the Spatty to help scoop your excess product out of packaging. And then I have a little Revlon metal nail file I also use for depotting. Here I have all of my face brushes that are not currently in use. This is a ton. I love face brushes so much, especially cheek brushes. So I have a lot of Morphe in here, Sigma, Real Techniques for the most part. It goes kind of deep. Then in the back, I've got some makeup foil samples. I try not to keep too many of these, but I'm panning some of them in my winter project pan, so that's good. But mostly what I have in this section would be some backup or out of rotation eye brushes. I don't have too many because I'm just not as in love with these as I am face brushes, but again, mostly a lot of Morphe in here. Then I have some more tools along the side. Inglot Duraline sponge tip applicators that I use for my ColourPop Super Shocks. I have a couple like drugstore knockoffs of the Veramona Color Switch. I have a ColourPop empty quad. I usually have my Anastasia empty quads over here as well, but they're currently in use. Then I have this little Cosmo Cube mixing palette I use basically every day to mix foundation colors together. And then I have some washcloths here, which I use when I'm drying my brushes. My second drawer is where I have my primers, foundations, concealers, and then I've got some cream cheek products in the back. This organizer would be my smaller inner design organizer. And then this one was from the Walmart closet section. Years ago, they don't make it anymore, but there are similar things all over the place, so I'll have them down below. So it's a little bit of a mess in here. So I will be doing a makeup inventory soon where I'll go over specifics of the products that I have, but I'm just showing you more of the organization and like an overview of the products here. So right here, I've got my concealers. I have ColourPop Tarte and Too Faced. I've got a lot of primers here. So these are some more minis. So right here, I have ones that are more mattifying, pore filling, Hourglass, Murad, Urban Decay, Tatcha. Here I have ones that are more glowy or hydrating, BDL, Smashbox, and Becca. I've got one Tarte primer in the center. This is the smoothing primer. And then I've got all of my foundations. So NARS, Dose of Colors, L'Oreal, Too Faced. My brain is freezing. Clinique, It Cosmetics, Estee Lauder. Then I've got some more primers here on the side. These are more full-size primers. So I've got Tarte, Cover FX, Dr. Brandt, Herborian, Too Faced, Touch and Soul, and then I do have another little mini primer over here. You're not gonna be able to see the creams too well, but I've got liquid and cream, blushes and bronzers back there. I did do a whole cream product collection and inventory video. I will link that in the card so you can see all of the products in detail. And no, this is not that easy to get to, but I will pull the products out and put them in my makeup basket that I plan on using. So it works for right now. Then we have the first deep drawer. This is another organizer from the Walmart closet section, not available anymore, but it's very simple. It's just a deep 3-section organizer. So in this drawer, I have got my powders, bronzers and contours, and my highlighters. So for powders, I've got Too Faced, Maybelline, Rimmel, Laura Mercier. Then in the middle, I've got bronzers and contours, which I've really kind of mixed together. I've got some more minis in the front from Bobbi Brown and Too Faced. Then I've got Anastasia, Becca, Fenty, Too Faced, Physicians Formula, Milani, Ofra, Cover FX, and Marc Jacobs. Then we've got my highlighters. I've got minis from Becca in the Balm. Then I have Benefit, Urban Decay, Ofra, Nabla, ColourPop, Anastasia, Ofra. And then I've got one highlighter palette up here. I used to keep this in my face palettes, but as you guys will see in the next drawer, that section got a little full, so I had to move it up, but this is only highlights. So I thought it was fine to put in the highlight section and it fit perfectly right there. Then I have my blush drawer and face palette drawer, which has another of those Walmart 3-section organizers. So this has changed a little bit. Again, you'll see more specific details in my inventory, but over here is where I've got my face palettes. Some of these are all blush, some have blush, bronzer, and highlight, some are just blush and highlight. I just call them face palettes. So I've got some from Too Faced, NARS, Natasha Denona, Laura Mercier, Jouer, Sigma, Benefit, Lunar Beauty, and then I've got some Z palettes in there that have some pan versions of blushes. Then these 2 sections here, I just have blush, and it used to be like MAC blushes and then other blushes, but really this has changed a lot. I've gotten a lot of blushes in here, so now I've just kind of put things where they fit. So these are some Tarte blushes from a holiday set, which take up so much room with that packaging. These are some MAC blushes, more MAC, Hourglass, Ofra, Cover Effects. Then right here, I've got some minis from NARS and Becca, a little Pixie. Then I've got Buxom, Becca, Lorac, Tarte, The Balm, and one from NARS. And then we have my bottom drawer, which is definitely a mess. This is my backup drawer. So all of my makeup backups are in here. And I've done a whole video on that. I'll link it in the cards as well. I'm sure that since that video, the things in this drawer have changed a little bit, but I know it's a little bit of a mess, but I really love this drawer. And I do go through it quite often and declutter things from here if you've seen some of my chopping block series. So got the whole gamut. So I have exact backups of some things like my powders, and then I also just have like extra liquid liners in here because I only need one open at a time. So then all the extras just go in here. The same with my brow products. Some of them are duplicate products, and then other things is just that I only need like one micro pencil at a time. So all my other micro pencils I will just put in the backup drawer instead of trying to dedicate a other specific spot for them in my other collection drawers. Moving on to the drawers on the right hand side, the top one, this organizer is another one of those more shallow Walmart closet organizers, and then I have another of the smaller inner design organizers in here. So this has a bunch of different really fun products in here. So I've got some gel liners. These are some glitter liners. Here are all of my cream shadow sticks. I have pencil liners and liquid shadows. I've done a really good job with my collection of these over this past year, and I do have an empty spot, but I already have an idea of what's going to be going in there, which would be some things that I will be hauling in January. And then in this organizer here is where I have unopened mascaras. Duplicates of exact mascaras go in the backup drawer, but the rest of them go in here. And then I've got some full-size mascaras on the side. So this drawer, I believe, has changed quite a bit since you guys have seen it last. So this is another of those Walmart organizers, and these are 2 medium sections, 1 large, 3 small. So right here, I have all of my full-size Tarte Chrome Paint shadow pots I love so much. Then right here, I have the Hourglass Scattered Light Shadows, as well as some minis from Tarte, and then a Dose of Colors Ideal Duo. Right in the middle, I have all of my ColourPop Super Shocks, which used to take up more space, but now they all fit right here. Then right here is where I have my single shadows and compacts. So a couple of them are in rotation, but I've got mostly Natasha Denona, Dose of Colors, Urban Decay, one from Kat Von D and one from Lancome. Then I've got some Huda Beauty Obsessions palettes. So I've got some of the neons, the nudes, and I have the coral back there. And then in the back is where I just have my smaller palette. So I've got some laying down, some sitting upright. I've got an Ofra, and then the rest of these are Natasha Denona. Then I've got e.l.f., Anastasia, Dose of Colors, Zoeva, Bare Minerals. Again, not perfect, but it's working well for the size collection I have right now, and I just love looking at these. Like I'm pretty happy with these sections right here. Next, we have my first deep drawer, and this is my palette drawer. I think I'm officially gonna have to go to 2 palette drawers, which I really don't know how I'm gonna reorganize stuff. I will figure it out, but I'm like stressing a little bit. So this is completely full. It is very heavy. I've absolutely maximized the space, but I have reached capacity. So in here I've got Anastasia, Huda Beauty, Alamar, Too Faced, Urban Decay, Zoeva, Sigma, Lunar Beauty, ColourPop, Tarte, Pat McGrath, Dominique Cosmetics, Urban Decay, Dose of Colors, Morphe, Milani, Tarte, Too Faced, bunch of ColourPop. I have a Nabla, The Balm, Color Rain, and then I have some other larger palettes in the back, just a few because I can't access them that well. And then I did get some like newer palettes recently. They're just sitting up top right now because I don't have like proper room for them. So I'm gonna have to figure this out. Any tips you guys have would be really appreciated. And then right here is my lip product drawer. So we've got several different organizers in here. Most of these are from byAlegory. We've got the lipstick organizer, and then these are all their lip gloss organizers, but I have them used for different things. Then in the back here, I have a larger one of those inner design organizers. And then I have this little box that a limited edition Sony Kashuk brush came in that I use for my lip liners. I was hoping to replace it with this little $1 Target organizer I saw, but it's too big and it won't fit in that spot, unfortunately. So I have to use this. Again, I would rather it be something clear, but this works for now. So for my lip liners, I've got Kylie, ColourPop, one from Buxom, Lime Crime, Dose of Colors, but mostly ColourPop. So right here I have all my bullet lipsticks. I've got minis in the front and then more full sizes in the back. The middle is where I have all of my liquid lipsticks. So a lot of Dose of Colors, some Kylie, Ofra. Then this last one here is where I have my glosses. So mostly Buxom, but then I also have some from NARS, ColourPop. I have these new Maybelline glosses on the side. It's so annoying, they do not fit. Then this organizer here has a bunch of like overflow products. So I've got some jumbo lip crayons. Then I mostly have overflow glosses. I just have so many favorites. And I know that this is dark and you cannot see this that well, but these are all of my mini liquid lipsticks. So mostly some from Kat Von D, NARS, Too Faced, and M Cosmetics. So I'm actually super happy with these organizers and the way that they all fit in the drawer. Again, I would rather find something different for those lip liners. I would like something clear, something acrylic or plastic. I'm still on the hunt, but that is working just fine for right now. Then my last drawer is miscellaneous. So I have all of my magnetic palettes that have my single shadows in them. Then I've got some cotton products. So I've got Q-tips and cotton pads. I've got some empty palettes, some backup brush cleaner. I have some back to MAC things in there, some empty little like cardboardy things that single shadows came in case I wanted to clutter some of those to friends. So I think that I'm gonna have to just get rid of the random stuff in here, find somewhere else to put it, and then have this become a second palette drawer. But I really love that this goes from like eyes to lips. So that means that I would then need to move the second palette drawer up here, but I don't know that I like having my lipsticks all the way on the floor. So then I would probably move my lipsticks to this third drawer here and put palettes on the bottom two, which again is gonna like throw me off having lipsticks right in the middle of all these eye products. So I might play around with both options to see what I like best, but I would absolutely love your recommendation, what you guys think would look best, or any other way that you think I can just make more room for palettes, because they're just such a hard thing to store because palettes come in all shapes and sizes. But overall, I am really happy with the way that I've stored my makeup and the different pieces that I've collected over the years. But definitely let me know what you think. So that was my makeup collection and storage video for 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be having a makeup inventory video where you will see all of the products in more detail in case that's something that you're particularly interested in. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.